Noswaith thou pawb, gobeithio eich bod yn cadw'n saff. Our beautiful island is on the periphery of both the UK and Wales, and for too long, Ynys Môn has also been on the periphery both economically and politically from both London and Cardiff. Our island has vast economic potential, but over the last 2 decades, communities across Ynys Môn have been forced to endure an economic decline that should have never been allowed to happen. Presented with an ever-decreasing number of employment and training opportunities, many local people have had to relocate away from the island in order to find work, a pattern that's been hugely damaging for the Welsh language and identity locally. In my first 100 days as your Member of Parliament, I have prioritised giving you a prominent voice in Westminster and ensuring that the people of Ynys Môn never again need feel that they are not being listened to. In my maiden speech, I told Parliament my priority was securing the local high-skilled employment and training opportunities that are so desperately needed, and to unlock our island's economic potential. I secured a debate where I pressed the government to support the Wilfa Newydd nuclear project, and I put forward a motion calling on the government to take steps to further protect the Welsh language and the Welsh identity. I asked the Defence Secretary to continue the government's strong support for RAF Valley. And on the island, I've been busy listening to residents and businesses in order to better understand your priorities. As the PPS to Health Ministers, I have been honoured to be helping in the four-nation fight against coronavirus. Our battle against this invisible yet deadly enemy is now our shared priority. The last month has been a frightening and distressing time for us all, and I understand how difficult adhering to the government's guidelines is for our communities, for businesses and for families. But the more disciplined our adherence is to these guidelines, the faster we will overcome the virus. In recent weeks, many people from across Ynys Môn have contacted me with their concerns about people leaving their primary residences to visit the island. I understand these concerns. And as the weather has improved and as the Easter holiday period has arrived, it's difficult to blame people, especially in such harrowing times, for wanting to visit the natural beauty and tranquility with which we are blessed. But there is no excuse for non-essential travel. It adds further pressure to our NHS and it risks lives. I've written to the Prime Minister about this issue, seeking further tightening and clarification of the guidelines, and I've written to the First Minister of Wales, urging him to use his authority to close caravan and holiday parks and further discourage non-essential travel. I've also worked with our amazing North Wales Police to gain a better understanding of the operational reality of preventing and discouraging non-essential travel. I supported them on Britannia Bridge 2 weeks ago and also last Wednesday as they were working to minimise non-essential travel prior to the Easter weekend. I'm confident that the message has been received by a vast majority of people who may have been tempted to come to the island this weekend, that they must not do so, and it was encouraging to see that it appeared very few attempted to do so. In the face of unprecedented challenges, the police have been steadfast in their duties, and I'm hugely grateful, as always, for their service and dedication to keeping us all safe. Although the last month has been shrouded in fear, shock, and hardship, Ynys Môn has faced COVID-19 with kindness and with compassion. I have witnessed countless examples of individuals, community groups and businesses working tirelessly to support key workers and to ensure that the most vulnerable are protected and cared for. MSpark have led a hugely innovative project to design, print, assemble and distribute free visor shields for medical staff and carers, with their first delivery being made to Ysbyty Gwynedd last Friday. I was privileged to support the ingenuity of this project by helping to fast-track safety approval from the Department of Health. I'm also delighted to hear that Ergum Daethas, formerly the Isle of Anglesey Charitable Association, has stepped forward to provide funding to help tackle the pandemic by providing £200,000 to support the island's army of volunteers in serving those most in need. Although the last month has been difficult to endure, and although there is still much to endure, this crisis has shown Ynys Môn at its best. We are all looking forward to the time when we will be together again, when we can welcome visitors to our island again, and to when our lives will simply be normal again. That time will arrive, and the greater our unity and resolution in fighting the virus, the sooner it will arrive. I'm sure many of you will have shared in the comfort that Her Majesty the Queen's words brought on Sunday when she said, "We know that coronavirus will not overcome us. As dark as death can be, light and life are greater.